Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? I'm out here getting it on this early Friday morning. We gotta go all the way to Sioux City for work, man. I don't feel like doing all that shit, man, but we gotta do what we gotta do. But peep game though, man. I wanna talk about the youngin' Shakur Stevenson, man. These little social media antics and publicity stunts that youngin' is doing is just really, it's corny. Just keep shit all sorts of gangster with you, man. Just last week, he bestowed his entire fan base on Oscar Valdez for not signing a contract. Just for Oscar Valdez to sign the contract before he signed the contract. It's like, man, come on, man. Like, don't get into being no publicity stunt to boost your viewership, man. Let your talent speak for itself, man. Just his last fight with Jamel Herring, all the extra out shit he was doing in the presser, and just how extra he was, and oh man, he ain't got heart like that. Like, man, that dude done, he has seen he done seen his comrades blown up in front of him and blown away in front of him. You think he's scared of a fight? And you talking about he ain't got no heart? It's just little shit like that that's so unnecessary, man. Because it's like, you don't your name is getting out there, man. People are becoming familiar with who you are. All the extra social media stunts and publicity stunts, that shit ain't necessary. You're talented. You are a future pound for pound fighter, easily pound for pound, because there's some people who got you on the pound for pound list. But we talking about a possible kingpin with you, man. You're that talented. You don't want to be that dude that gets out and just does shit for the for the bag, man. It's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary, man. With your talent, bro, you don't need to do all that extra shit. Motherfuckers do too much. They go into infinity and beyond for money, man. And it's very much so problematic. Oh shit. It's problematic. Money has really diluted the overall morale and integrity of people. And outside of that, culture. You don't even need to be dope at nothing. You just gotta find a gimmick that's gonna attract people to you, and boom, there you go. Money is the root of all evil, man. I'm not a follower in the Bible, man. But if that's not no bar for your ass, I don't know what to tell you it is. Because that is a very, 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 that's a statement that is held true for forever. Any sort of wealth and financial gain coming, getting introduced into the equation, motherfuckers is just gonna go for that. Motherfuckers will kill their own mama for a bag, bro. Niggas will set their brother, their sister up for a bag, bro. You don't want to be that dude. Look at hip hop, man. It's about money now, man. It ain't about, it's not about preserving the culture and just overall skill set. It's about money, getting to the money. That shit is lame, man. That shit lame as fuck. I'm watching Floyd. Floyd's entire existence is predicated on money. Money Mayweather, half a B. Every time you see this nigga on social media, he got just piles of money spread across the table. I was watching one clip of him where he had his bodyguards around him, his security, his entourage around him, and he hitting the bag, and the nigga is making it rain on him. There's no other profession of people that gets rained on. There's no other profession of people that do that outside of strippers. This nigga doing tricks on a heavy bag, and his man is towering over him, making it rain over him. That is not a good look, bro. That is not a good look. That's a terrible look. That's borderline sweet to me. The very least he could have did was had one of the baddies that he be having on deck do that shit. He got this big Broly bodyguard standing over him, making it rain over him while he doing tricks on the bag. Like, come on, man. That's what money does to motherfuckers, man. It just warps people's state of mind. You'll do shit outside of your normal state of self when it's money involved, because you think, I mean, technically it does elevate you in status and you know, social status, and just, you know, just your economical status. It does. It you know, it enhances you. It honestly does. You need money to survive. So I'm not telling you don't get money. I'm not telling you that. You need it to, you know, you need it to survive and thrive in this society. You need it to do the shit that you like to do. I love to travel. I love Xbox. I love shopping. You need money to do that, man. But I'm not about to work 90 hours a week. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to work 6 and 7 days out of the week. I'm just not about to do that. I'm not. Rest and relaxation supersedes all that shit. And 2 days is not enough to recover from a 5-day work week, let alone 1. You know, I'm still a family man. So my point is, money is, I don't allow money to, you know, put me in a vice like that, where everything is money, man. I can't go out, man, we ain't getting no money, so no, I'm good. Hey, you trying to slide through and kick it with the homies, man? Shit, man, y'all getting money? Nah, bro. So the point is, man, don't be that nigga that's gonna be all extra out for a dollar amount, man. Like, you better than that. You are better than that. You are one of the only dudes defensively that I can see that's going to be somewhat comparable to Floyd Mayweather. Your talent alone is going to sell you, bro. You do not need to do all this extra shit. Oscar Valdez has been, you know, deemed a duck for years. Oh, man, he ducking. He running from Shakur. He don't want that smoke. He don't want this and that and the third. He yada, yada, yada. And he's been telling y'all consistently for years, I want a title shot. I'm going to fight Miguel Berchelt. You know, that's hustling backwards if I move backwards. Yeah, and I go and fight Shakur Stevenson. For one, he's not even in the division. I'm trying to, I want a champion. I want to be a champion, and I want to unify. I have a plan. I'm not running from Shakur. He's been saying that, but everybody has ignored all that shit. Now, granted, people in these days, you know, in these days and times, they do say little sucker shit like that to kind of get out of the pressure. It alleviate the pressure, you know, that a fighter that got him in the scope is applying it. They do that. So it's understandable. It's understandable why somebody would say, yeah, he's running. He's running. He's running. But all that shit gets deaded when, all right, now we got to fight, you know, we got to negotiations and everything. You in the scope. He's like, all right, bet, let's get into that. And you tell him to stop running. You calling him a duck and all that just for him to sign the contract before you. And it's just, you know, it's like, Jesus, dude. Like, you do not need to be that dude. Do not get caught up in that, you know, these little social media antics and these publicity stunts, man. Not everybody can embody that bad guy role that Floyd did. Because the thing is, when you embody that role, that shit is going to stick with you. That's your life moniker. Being the bad guy. People hate Floyd Mayweather to this day. They hate Floyd Mayweather to this day. But due to the fact that money is just his number one main motivator, so I got more money than you. You did. You talk that bullshit to him, man, I'm doing this and then the third, he's going to stun on you with his bank account. So it's a non-factor to him. He's like, whatever with it, man. But the thing, you know, he much rather, if being the bad guy was something that he wanted to be, he would have came out the gate like that. He was a lot more humble in his early days. He was a lot more humble. He was a lot more humble. He didn't want to take on that moniker. He was turned into that. You don't want to be the publicity stunt. You don't want to be the showboat. You don't want to be none of that shit, man. You want to just be a cool, regular young kid like you are, man. Fuck all that extra shit, man. All that extra. Oh man, he ain't got no heart, man. Sign a contract. You do all that shit, man. That shit is unnecessary. That shit is unnecessary, man. It's gonna, it's gonna fuck around and I'm not gonna say it's gonna cost you. I won't say that. But you could lose followers off that shit. Because like right now, what is doing, you're kind of laying the foundation for what it is to how you're gonna sell yourself later on down the line. You're setting the foundation in the now, bro. And you think motherfuckers gonna want to, see that shit? Every time you gotta fight you gotta fight in the scope. You doing all the anything to attract attention to the fight, man. It's just like, yo, what's unnecessary? That shit is unnecessary, man. That shit that you did with Jamel Herring was unnecessary. Even his wife, he got on there and was like, man, don't ever do that again, man. We proud of you. We look forward to you doing this and that and the third and yada yada yada. But don't ever disrespect us like that again. I'll forgive you this one time, but don't ever disrespect us like that again. Like, come on, youngin', that shit ain't cool. You don't want to be that nigga, man. I'm telling you, you don't. Because you still got a life to live after boxing. You still got a life to live. You still got a life to live. And what you live in that life, you may not be that's more than likely not gonna life that you're gonna want to lead, being the bad guy. Nobody wants to be the bad guy. I won't say that. But with your personality, maybe it is something that you want, man. But I just get a different energy when I watch your interviews and shit, man. You seem like a real humble, down-to-earth young dude. And that's dope. Well, you gotta ask yourself if that's the role that you want to be. You want to be that antagonistic type individual, that the publicity stunt. You want to be the bad guy. You gotta ask yourself that, and if that's what you genuinely want to do, then hey, that's all right, cool. That's a different ball game right there, man. I just don't want you to be that dude that every time a fight is on, there's other shit outside of the fight that they gotta worry about. It's the media antics that they gotta worry about. It's the publicity stunts that they gotta worry about. It's all that extra shit outside of you just being you. Your talent is gonna get you through, man. And I think you're gonna beat Oscar Valdez. And that may very well, that's gonna put you at least top 10 on the pound for pound list. That's gonna put, man, because that's a big win. That's a big win if you do that. And I'm not just talking about Tim Bradley's pound for pound list, because I know he has you on there right now. I'm talking about damn near everybody's pound for pound list. You're gonna be on there. But man, just be humble, man. That shit is, having humility is gonna take you a long way. A long way. All that extra out shit man, you don't want to be that dude, and I don't want you to be that dude. I do not want that for you, man, because I don't know. I see a humble young kid. That's what I see when I look at you, when I listen to your interviews. And I'm no bitch or nothing like that, man. It's footage of you crashing a nigga somewhere. I forgot. You ain't no sucker. But you can be, you can be who you are and still not be no buster about the shit that I don't think oh man, like if a nigga seen you outside of the ring without them gloves on, they gonna test you. Nah. Cause them skills you got in the ring gonna carry you out into the street as well. So motherfuckers ain't gonna test you like that. But what I'm saying is just be humble, man. Be humble. Be a respectable man with a moral compass. Don't drag shit like that, man. Don't do all that extra shit, man. That shit is I'm telling you, man. Not everybody can be the bad guy. out after they retire. Everybody can't be, vilified after they retire. Everybody doesn't want that. Motherfuckers like, all right, cool, that was that was boxing. I'm retired now. Now I just want to be a dude who can go out in public and not have motherfuckers pop off to me. These little drunk ass fans on the strip in Vegas pop off to me. I want to be able to just go out and not have reporters up in my face asking me if I'm gonna give Manny Pacquiao a rematch. I want, a celebrity fight like he did with Logan Paul, and it, like you don't want to be that dude. You don't want to be that dude. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I'll say that. Maybe you do want to be him. I don't know. That's just not the energy that I get from you, man. Everybody ain't built for that bad guy role after they retire, man. That does a lot to you mentally, man. That does a lot to you. Motherfuckers don't like you. Every time you go out, they got a camera in your face, and it's always some sort of, every other reporter's gonna ask you something, some sort of negative question, and you gotta always be on the defensive. That shit ain't the move, youngin. So all I'm saying is, man, just, be a little, exercise a little bit more humility, man, when it comes to these fights. Your talent is gonna sell you because you got too much of it for it not to. You don't need to do all the extra antics and publicity stunt shit, man. Just stay humble, and your talent is gonna get you there. I promise you that. I promise you that. That's how I'm feeling about that shit, though, man. Y'all, let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.